All right, so yesterday we got news that all crypto exchanges, including Binance, so big and small, doesn't matter where you're at on that map, they're going to be all investigated by the SEC. This is coming from the senator's office in the United States. And a lot of people were freaking out. And here's the thing. I think more than anything, this is hey, we're the SEC. We're doing our due diligence. We're going to be looking at all crypto exchanges and see who is doing what. Now, what they'll be looking for, I think that will be a story we'll unpack once we get through all of the investigations, quote unquote. But really, I think the SEC is digging into all of these centralized exchanges because they want to see what all of these exchanges are doing, if there are any discrepancies between them. They want to find the best practices, set examples early, and honestly, I think more than anything, this is a tool for them to learn more about crypto. Now, the SEC is one governing body that's going to have their hand in some type of regulation when it comes to cryptocurrency. There will be other governing bodies, like the Department of Justice, like the Commodities Group. I always forget that acronym, CFTC, I think it is. Yeah, Future Trading Commission. Yeah, CFTC. And other governing bodies. In fact, they're probably going to create their own governing body for digital assets. That's been something on the table. But I want to jump into this article because while I think it's mildly a concern, I don't think it's as big of a deal as many people are making it out to be, at least right now. So let's dive in. But here's the other thing real quick before we get in here. I have moved a lot of my money off of centralized exchanges for these type of reasons. I do have some still there and some of the big ones, but most of my big holdings now are off centralized exchanges. They're on DEXs, and they're backed up by one of these guys, Ledger Nano X's. For me, one of the best you can get. They're only like a little bit over $100. It's worth it. Back up your crypto. Keep it safe. Now, there will be no escaping Uncle Sam's wide sweeping net of crypto regulation, according to staff and Senator Cynthia Lummis's office. We've talked about this, by the way, months ago, because many people wanted to have the debate. Well, they shouldn't regulate. They shouldn't do that. Well, it's coming. Whether you like it or not, it's coming. And you can sit there and complain about it, or you can get educated and make moves accordingly. Now, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, is investigating COINBASE. We know that, the country's largest exchange, but it also has its sights on global giant Binance, according to Lummis's office staff. Both COINBASE and Binance have bent over backwards to appease regulators, with the latter operating a separate division, that is Binance.us, with limited services to American customers. But this isn't enough for the SEC, as the more crypto-friendly regulator, the CFTC, or Commodity Futures Trading Commission, is more likely to adapt an approach that is not based on enforcement and lawsuits. So that's another point here. All these governing bodies have different agendas. The CFTC, they're not ruling with an iron fist like the SEC, at least right now. The Department of Justice, they haven't seen eye to eye with the SEC either, especially during the COINBASE versus Lockheed case, which found 3 people insider trading. Department of Justice said, you can't just label these cryptocurrencies securities without doing independent investigations on all of these securities. And the SEC said, oh, yes, we can, and we will. And because of that, Binance.us, for example, even pulled AMP token, which was the highlight of those tokens that were manipulated on Coinbase by the insider traders. They pulled it off their platform. Now, every U.S. crypto exchange is in various stages of being investigated by the SEC, said the staff, according to a Forbes report on August 4th. Right now, crypto are not securities. Nevertheless, crypto assets have yet to be officially classified as securities, so the SEC is technically operating beyond its jurisdiction. But for token projects and for exchanges, they're all locked in here. They're all paying close attention to the verbiage, the conversations being had, so they can be ready for the regulation when it comes. Many projects that will come and be successful in the future will be projects who are locked in to what's going on when it comes to regulatory frameworks, when it comes to abiding by whatever those frameworks look like. So it'll be interesting to see, right? We have a bill that's already been pushed forward by Biden and company. They say they want to meet with G20 regulators in October. We'll see if that actually gets done. How much they can actually get done, I don't know, because I think everybody in various countries, when it comes to governments, they don't see eye to eye when it comes to digital assets. And it'll be very fascinating to watch how it plays out. I do think in the United States, we're not going to get any clarity or something, down on paper this year in 2022. I think next year is the year that we really start to make headway on regulation. At least that's my opinion. We'll see what happens. Drop your thoughts, though, down below in the comment section. Everybody, have a fantastic weekend. We'll stay up to date on this. It's very, very important. We know that it affects us all, regardless of what cryptocurrencies are your favorite or you're not invested or that you are invested in. We've got to stay locked in on this because this kind of stuff impacts all of us as crypto investors. We'll be in there. We'll be in the know, and we'll be bringing you updates right here on this channel. Make sure you hit the like button on your way out. I appreciate it. And thank you so much. Very grateful for you as you come back to the channel each and every day. Seriously, would not be able to do it without you. And every single day, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. This is amazing. I love what I do, and I love you. We'll see you.